So you're thinking of a move to Colorado, but Denver is just not feeling like the right fit. Too congested, too urban, problems. You're looking for something more unique, charming, and a little bit of old world charm, then you need to check out the town of Morrison. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Campman, your host for Everything Denver, Colorado, where we explore all the amazing neighborhoods, places to live, work, and play around the Denver metro area. If you're thinking of a move here, make sure you hit me up, and don't forget to download that free relocation guide I have linked in the description of this video. So the town of Morrison, you might never have even heard of this town. It's a small suburb on the southwest corner of Denver. Here on the map, it kind of borders the towns of Littleton and Lakewood here on this west end, and it's set kind of back into the foothills. Some people call it the Hogback Mountains here. That is just on the west end, not quite technically a mountain town. I wouldn't quite consider it that, like Georgetown or Aspen or Vail, but you do have beautiful views, beautiful red rock formations, and a little bit more of what makes Colorado unique. So, the town of Morrison kind of got its origins in the 1800s. It's a very small population of just over 400. It's probably a little bit bigger than that when you account for some of the new subdivisions that are going in here. But as you kind of come into the town of Morrison, off of Morrison Road, you're going to notice that most of the actual town itself is just based off of one street and some shops that line both sides of this street. You kind of go into the mountains and it has a little bit of a canyon feel here, and you're going to have a lot of local mom and pop restaurants, cafes, and small local shops to go and explore. So very kind of old west type of vibe here in this town. You do have a lot of motorcycles in the summer kind of come up through this canyon area to hear the roar of Harleys kind of bouncing off the canyon walls. So it does get a little bit touristy in the summer, I will say, but a lot of people move out here because as you move further back into the mountains and some of the neighborhoods back here, you do have a quieter feel, more distance from your neighbors, and just a very unique, serene place to live. So one of the things Morrison is known for is being home to the Rocks Amphitheater. Now this is a concert venue, and headliners and comedians have also performed here, and it's a beautiful place to go out and see a concert under the stars. The way the amphitheater is formed with the Red Rocks formation, you get the perfect blend of acoustics and just a beautiful scenery all around. So definitely a place to come and check out when you're thinking of a move to the Denver area. And they also open this up like during the day for workout enthusiasts. You have all these steps of the amphitheater that people run up and jog and do all kinds of morning yoga or things here. So kind of a multi-purpose spot as well. So let's talk about home prices and what you can expect if you're thinking of a move to Morrison and some of the favorite neighborhoods of people that choose to move here. So Morrison is on the higher end when it comes to the median home prices. A lot of things that you're going to find here are going to be starting at right around $700,000, going up from there, and we do have neighborhoods that cross the $1 million, $1.2 million price point. And then as you get a little bit further up into the mountains, in some of the different neighborhoods, you will find homes that are 1.5 up to $2 million. And a reason for this is you have these beautiful, stunning mountain views on acreage. These are great Colorado log cabin homes or rustic custom homes that were built up here. Some of them have views of the entire metro area, some of them have views of just the entire mountain range. So there's kind of a wide diversity once you get up into the mountains, and the style and size of home that you can expect to get here, but it does come with a pretty high price point. Now, a few of the favorite neighborhoods that I like in this area are Willow Springs and Willowbrook. Those are kind of on just past the first set of foothills as you come into Morrison, and a lot of the homes here are going to have distance from your neighbors. They might be on a quarter acre or half acre or larger. A lot of homes in this area are semi-custom built, or have a little bit more uniqueness than your typical subdivision where it's the same 3 or 4 models repeating every single home. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more unique and a little bit more distance from your neighbors, this is a great option for you. And then as you move a little bit further up into the hills, a place like the Homestead, where you have homes on acreage where people will raise chickens and goats, or just enjoy mountain living and have a little bit more distance and amazing views. This is a very popular one for a lot of people exploring the Morrison area. Now, a couple more unique things about like the Willowbrook and the Willow Springs area are the private golf course that's back here. So if you are a resident and you do want to be part of an exclusive golf club, it is very nice and a nice perk to living in the neighborhood. And they also do have patio homes here that kind of back up to the golf course. So, there are some people who are looking to maybe downsize the size of their home or downsize some of the maintenance that comes with owning a home. And they're looking for something that, has more of a lock and leave if they travel out for vacation or leave for the day, and not have the typical maintenance that comes with a single family home of taking care of a yard and a property and all that. So you do have a blend here of homes that are on acreage that will require a lot of maintenance, but you also have some patio homes and golf course style living here as well. That's a little bit more luxurious and low maintenance. Now, what are some of the things to do when you live in Morrison, or what are the nearby amenities? So the biggest draw for living in Morrison is close proximity to all those outdoor activities, the mountain biking, the hiking, even some water sports in this area. You're pretty close to Bear Creek State Park, so that has the big soda lakes here where you can go and do paddleboarding or take the kids to the swim beach. Lakes in Colorado are kind of fairly rare to find, so this one doesn't allow for motorized watercraft. You would have to go just a little bit to the south in Littleton to get to Chatfield State Reservoir if you wanted to do more of your water sports. But the Bear Creek State Park is a great place to go and explore. You can do camping there, you can sit on the lake, get some sun, enjoy the outdoors, and have these beautiful mountain views as well. And I mentioned some of the motorcycle trips that people make up Morrison Road or 285, so kind of the two main thoroughfares and roads that are going to give you access to most of what Morrison has to offer are Morrison Road and then Highway 285 that goes up into the mountains. And this is where most of the neighborhoods are going to funnel off of one of these two roads, and then or in the middle of these two somewhere. So a lot of people do like, if they're motorcycle riders, to take those weekend trips up through the high country, windy roads, hear the roar of those Harleys bouncing off the canyon walls or the mountain walls. That is something that a lot of people really enjoy doing when they do visit Morrison. Now, as a result, some of the town and some of the areas around it can get a little bit touristy in the summers. And of course, you have the Rocks Amphitheater that brings in a lot of people on weekends or evenings when there are concerts there. I will say that Morrison overall is pretty quiet. That amphitheater is set apart from the neighborhood, so you might have a little bit of residual noise from that, but for the most part, it's going to be a very quiet and peaceful place to live. Now let's go through pros and cons of living in Morrison. I already mentioned a lot of the pros, the more serene living. You have pretty diverse choice when it comes to housing, as far as you want acreage, or you want subdivision, or you want something in between, or a low maintenance place to live. Cons to living in Morrison are the higher price point, so I would expect to spend $700,000 plus in this area, and there's a lot of options that are actually above that. So in that $1 million to $1.2 million price range, you are going to find most of the homes kind of falling in that range there. For some people, this is a little bit too far from the Denver metro area. If they have to commute into downtown Denver every day, you're probably looking at a 30-35 minute commute depending on where you are in the neighborhoods. If you're set further back on 285 up into the mountains, especially during the winter where you may get these snowstorms coming in that delay traffic, it might be a little bit longer of a commute into Denver. But if you live in one of the neighborhoods that's pretty close to 470 and 285 interchange, it's going to be a fairly quick commute into Denver. Everyone has their different ideas of what a long commute or a short commute or what is acceptable for their commuting times. I will say for some people it's a little bit too far out. And the last downside is it does get kind of touristy during the summer and during those concert times, or some of our beautiful spring and summer days when people want to go up to the mountains or explore the town of Morrison for a day trip. Yeah, it can get a little bit crowded and a little bit touristy in that respect. So one more interesting thing that I forgot to mention when talking about the neighborhoods is they are still building a few smaller new communities here in the Morrison area. One of these right on the edge of Quincy and the C470 freeway that runs along the west side that goes up and kind of encircles the Denver metro area. There are a few builders over here that are constructing new construction homes. Now I will say one downside to these new constructions they are pretty close to the freeway here, so you may get a little bit of freeway noise, but if you want to live in Morrison, have new construction, easy access and commutability, this could be a great option for you. So what do you think, guys? Could Morrison be the perfect fit for you? I know it is a smaller community, so there's not quite as much to explore, but if you are thinking of a move here, make sure you hit me up. Call, text, or email. And if you're seeing homes that you're like, man, those are perfect, I really like that, but I'm not sure I'm ready for that small town feel of Morrison, we got tons of other neighborhoods and suburbs that we can find you the perfect place here in the Denver metro area. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.